Hello, dear friends, and welcome to another magical episode of Timeless Fairy Tales. My name is Fairy Tales, and today I'll take you on a journey beyond the waves to a little hut by the sea, where a humble fisherman lived with his ever-demanding wife. But wait, before we dive into the waves of this wonderful tale, ask yourself this. What would you wish for if you caught a magical talking fish? A house? A palace? Maybe the whole universe? Well, in today's tale, someone does meet such a fish and makes wish after wish after wish. So grab your snacks, get comfy, and stay with me until the end, because this story holds a powerful lesson about happiness, desire, and what truly matters in life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite fairy tale down below. Your choice might be our next story. Let's get started. Once upon a time, in a quiet land by the sea, there lived a fisherman and his wife. Their house was no more than a filthy old hut built near a cliff. The ocean was their closest neighbor, its salty breeze forever creeping through the cracks in the walls. The fisherman was a humble, gentle man who lived off the sea. Each morning, he walked down to the shore, cast his fishing line, and waited patiently for a bite. Sometimes he caught a fish or two, and sometimes nothing at all. But he never complained. His wife, however, was a different story. "Oh, this stinking hut!" she would shout. "I clean it night and day, but it always smells like rotten seaweed and old boots." The fisherman would smile kindly, trying to cheer her up. But she was never pleased. If he brought her fish, she wanted more. If he brought mangoes, she asked for peach. Nothing ever seemed to be enough. Still, the fisherman loved her dearly. One day, he was sitting by the sea, fishing as usual. The sky was clear, and the waves danced gently against the rocks. After a few hours, with no luck, he sighed and said to himself, well, perhaps we'll just eat fruit today." Just then, he felt a mighty pull on his line. "Oh, that's a big one!" he exclaimed, grabbing the rod with both hands. He pulled and pulled, the line taut with weight. At last, out of the shimmering blue water came a most extraordinary fish, a flounder, glimmering with gold and silver scales that sparkled like jewels in the sun. But before he could do anything, the fish looked at him and spoke. "Please, kind fisherman," said the flounder, "let me go. I'm not just a fish. I'm an enchanted prince. I won't taste good, I promise." The fisherman's eyes widened in shock. You can talk." "Yes," said the fish, "and I know you are a good man. Spare me, and I shall remember your kindness." The fisherman was amazed. "Of course, I wouldn't eat a magical fish." And without hesitation, he gently lowered the fish back into the sea. He ran home, excited to tell his wife what had happened. "Honey," he called, "you'll never believe what I just saw." But before he could finish, she snapped, "Where's the fish? I didn't bring any, but I caught a magical talking flounder. He was actually a prince, so I let him go." "You what?" she screamed. "You let go of a magic fish and didn't ask for a single thing. Are you mad?" "But I thought it was the right thing to do." "You fool," she said. "You could have asked for a better house at least. Go back. Ask the fish for a cottage." "I'm tired of this smelly hut." The fisherman hesitated. He didn't want to bother the fish again, but she insisted and insisted. Finally, he returned to the sea. The sky had turned cloudy, and the water was a strange shade of green. He called out, magic fish in the sea, come, I beg you, listen to me. My wife is not happy, as you might see. She wants to live in a cottage, not by the sea." To his surprise, the fish appeared at once. "What does she wish for now?" asked the fish kindly. "She She wants a cottage! Go home, said the fish. She already has it. The fisherman hurried back and, sure enough, their old hut was gone. In its place stood a lovely cottage with a red-tiled roof, clean wooden walls, and flowers blooming in the window boxers. "Oh, look at this!" cried his wife, standing at the door with a proud smile. "This is much better." The fisherman sighed with relief. "So, are you happy now?" She said. "We'll see." That night, the cottage was warm and cozy, the fire crackled, and the stars sparkled above. The fisherman fell asleep with a smile, thinking all was well. But the wife tossed and turned. "This cottage is nice," she thought, "but why not a palace?" The next morning, she stood by the bed with her arms crossed. "Wake up, husband. I've been thinking. I want to live in a palace, and I want to be a queen." "What? A queen?" said the fisherman, startled. "But isn't this cottage enough?" "No, go to the fish and ask him to make me a queen." He tried to reason with her, but she wouldn't listen. So back he went. The sea had turned dark purple, and the winds howled as he approached the shore. Magic fish! Magic fish! In the sea! My wife's not content. Oh, woe is me! She has a cottage, warm and grand, but now she wants a queen's command. The fish rose from the waves and asked, "What does she want now?" She wants to be a queen." "Go back," said the fish. "She already is." And when the fisherman returned, the cottage was gone. In its place stood a magnificent palace with tall towers, marble steps, and guards at the golden gates. Inside, his wife sat on a velvet throne, wearing a crown and surrounded by servants. "Well," she said proudly, "a queen at last." The fisherman bowed. "You are a queen now. Are you happy?"
She said. "Not sure yet." Days passed.
The palace bustled with life. Ministers came, musicians played, and the fisherman quietly tended the garden. But one night, the queen looked out at the moon and stars and whispered, "I want more." The next morning, she called her husband. "Go to the fish," she said. "Tell him I want to be the empress above all kings and queens." "Empress!" he gasped. "Isn't being queen enough? Do not argue," she snapped. "Do as I say." Trembling, the fisherman returned to the sea. It was roaring now, the sky black with clouds. Magic fish, in the sea. My wife grows greedy. Forgive me. She is queen, but now desires more. An empress's crown, golden and pure. The fish replied as always, "Go home. She already is." Now, the palace had grown into a vast empire. Its doors were gold, its halls endless. The empress sat on a throne that reached the heavens. She held a golden orb in one hand and a scepter in the other. Below her knelt kings and rulers. "Are you happy now, my empress?" the fisherman asked. Exhausted, she waved her hand. "Perhaps, but not yet." That night, the wind rattled the windows, and the sea seemed too grown. But the empress stared into the night sky, thinking of something more. And finally, one morning, she stood by her husband's bed and shouted, "Wake up! I have made my decision." "What now?" he whispered. "I want to control the sun and the moon. I want to be the Almighty, the unknown, the infinite. The universe must obey me." The fisherman was horrified. "No, I can't. You've gone too far. If you do not go," she warned, "I will go myself, or I will curse you for the rest of your life." Torn between fear and love, the fisherman went. The sea was pitch black, the sky swirled with thunder. Lightning struck far off in the distance. He knelt and cried out, "Magic fish! Magic fish! In the sea! What more can one poor soul be?" She has everything. The throne, the sky. Now she wants to rule what even gods can't try. The fish rose in silence. It did not smile. She already has what she asked for, it said, and vanished. The fisherman ran home. The empire was gone. The palace was no more. And his wife, she was nowhere to be seen. He searched high and low. No trace, no footprints, only silence. Panicked, he returned to the sea. "Magic fish?" he cried. "Please, where is my wife?" A wave gently rolled in. "She asked to be the Almighty," the fish said. "The unknown. That is what she is now. No one sees the unknown. No one speaks to it, not even you." Tears rolled down the fisherman's cheeks. "I never asked for anything," he said. "But I did save your life. Please, I just want one thing now." "What is it?" asked the fish. "I want my wife to be truly happy." The fish paused. "She already has everything she needs to be happy," it said. "Go home." The fisherman returned, expecting nothing. But there, standing at the door of a small, clean hut, was his wife. Her eyes sparkled not with power, but with peace. She ran to him. "I'm back," she said. "I'm sorry. I was wrong. Palaces and crowns mean nothing without joy in the heart. Let's live simply, together." And so they did. From that day on, they lived in their modest home by the sea, never hungry, never greedy, and always grateful. The fisherman fished. The wife gardened, and in the evenings, they watched the sun set over the waves, no longer trying to control it, but simply enjoying its light, and they lived happily ever after. What did you learn from this story? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for more magical stories. Thanks for listening. And remember, happiness doesn't come from what you wish for. It comes from appreciating what you already have. See you in the next story. Bye-bye.